How to overflow your cup with love. I'm a dating coach here in Chicago, and I work with a lot of guys, including myself, that had this issue. And this issue arises from the tendencies of feeling need. And when you show need or express need in that way, it's kind of a turnoff because it shows that you're not full, whole, and complete and happy in your own existence. So what I learned from this, because my desire for women and I love women, and this is a fulfilling part of a human experience. So I want to share this because it elevates you in your attractiveness. And what I want to start off with is, if you're not in abundance in terms of your own feeling and you're not able to give without expecting anything in return. So, for example, a lot of guys say, oh, she doesn't put a lot of effort in, or XYZ, or she doesn't do enough, or XYZ, right? The issue with that mindset is that you're not coming from a place of abundance and self integrity. I'll get into that in a little bit, but I want to get into the fulfilling your own cup first. And how you do this is by cultivating a life that you enjoy. So, being so self-aware to the point where you could detach yourself from your egoic identity, from like who you think you are. So like, or like the symbols, and we want to get you to the point of you listening and paying attention to how you're emotionally reactive to certain things. Let's say you pick up a instrument, or let's say you pick up a type of toy or hobby or whatever, and one makes you excited and have fun. If there's no ego attached to it, you can allow yourself to enjoy that thing. The difference between I remember the mistake I made was wanting to become an artist or musician so I can be looked up to in a certain way, instead of realizing that I didn't enjoy playing that particular instrument at that time. You get what I'm saying? Or in Christmas, where there's a child that gets like a toy car Ferrari and Play-Doh, and it he ends up enjoying Play-Doh more than the toy Ferrari, for example. Like detaching yourself from identity, detaching yourself from society, and going off the basis of what emotionally evokes you at a super extremely personal level. So when you cultivate a life where you bring this into your life, you're already in a state of mind of pleasure that you just enjoy existing. And if you haven't done that yet, I highly recommend that be your priority. Um, in my particular case, I did not bring any self awareness into that type of thinking. So when I would date a woman, she would become my everything, and I would get over obsessed, and I would get emotional and just ruin my life just by me dating. And this is the constant pattern that I see across the board. And same thing in like right now, I'm getting a lot of guys that come out of divorces or breakups, and the foundation of this whole thing is missing. In terms of like having it and knowing and understanding who you are and what you like and what you don't, and the foundation of the connection was based off of a mismatch. So that being said, that would be the first part. And also, if you enjoy dating, if you enjoy women, if you enjoy like these aspects of thing, and knowing that and knowing how to give that those that to yourself, whatever it is, whether that's like feelings, hugs, conversation, sex, whatever it is, knowing how to bring that into your life is like super important. um, the next thing in overflowing your cup. So let's say you already have a life that you're bringing in women that you enjoy, or you're doing the hobbies that you enjoy doing. You're already full. You don't need anything from anyone. The second thing that I highly recommend is becoming self-aware, like introspective, and from there you can realize, and attaching yourself to a spiritual practice, whatever it is. They all teach the same thing about like peace, fulfillment, like all these things, like higher quality of life. And one idea that really stuck with me was that everything is more anything and everything is more than nothing. So if you started off with like literally nothing, like not even experience, like not even beingness, like even losing, even having the experience of anything is something, and it's something to be grateful for, along with any um, like things that happen to you negatively and turning it into a positive thing and having empathy for the other person and realizing that you became better, stronger, more resilient, and more loving as a and even more um, smarter as a byproduct of those situations happening, being grateful for that and just existing in a life of bliss where you just wake up and you feel good. So now when you do go out to socialize and you are communicating with women, you can actually see and bring a good energy to every interaction, even if they don't give back. Like I get guys that are like, man, she didn't text back, she's not initiative enough, women aren't initiative enough. And as a dating coach, I can say that across the board, I have seen that the way that women show attraction towards a guy, at least from my experience and the guys that I've coached, has been that their way of showing attraction is by being submissive. But and in that same way, in that same breath, they won't be able to show initiation because they want to follow your lead. They want to do what it is that fulfills you. And if you don't know yourself and what fulfills you, that's going to be hard for them to give their empathetic nature to enhance the relationship in order for it to work productively. Um, and if you feel a little narcissistic in that regard, that's why I highly recommend attaching yourself to a type of spiritual practice for the greater good of something, even if it's a particular set of people or whatever. And it just becomes a way more fulfilling life. As a male species, you've been through war, like killed animals in order to bring it home. Like our evolution is different from a woman's um, culture, from like nursing and taking care of children. So they're like very in tune with emotions. So in that same way, their empathetic nature is best uh, in collaboration with your masculinity. Right now, it's being like attacked in society and whatever, and empowerment and whatever BS. What I'm saying here is that if you want to fill your own cup as a man and also like be enhance your attraction, that way when you go out, you have no need because you're just giving. You're just like here, 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 here. Not in terms of finance, in terms of like energy, like just this type of dynamic, and also setting your own boundaries to see if it's like in accordance with your mission or your purpose or whatever it is that you chose. And if you haven't discovered that yet, I go back to the beginning of the point. So all in all, to wrap everything up, is cultivating a life where you're emotionally engaged without your ego involved. The second thing is allowing gratitude and attaching yourself to a spiritual practice. So, being grateful for having more than nothing, and then also attaching yourself to a purpose and allowing yourself to give yourself the things that you want. Like don't neglect yourself, your own needs and your own wants. Like find a way to make it happen. And if that's something that you want to do, leave a comment below and I'll go way more in detail, because every individual person is their own individual person and everything should be tailored to them instead of like this cookie cutter thing that everyone's teaching. Anyway, guys, if this helped out, leave a like, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.